Wide range of cuisine, along with live music and family-friendly entertainment. Activities include a Bluey meet and greet, bubble shows, balloon twisting, and a K-pop dance crew performance. The festival runs from noon to 7 p.m. with additional vendors selling art and handmade goods throughout the day. General admission is $6.67 online, and children 10 and under are free. Aldi is recalling vanilla creme brulee sold in 7 states, including Illinois, over possible glass contamination. The FDA says it's a Class 2 recall with limited health risk. Elgin's Planning and Zoning Commission has endorsed the final phase of the ponds on Stony Creek, which would add about 140 single-family homes on the city's west side. The development along McDonald Road would bring the total to 503 homes if approved by the city council. Construction could begin this summer and includes additional parks and open space. A trial has opened in McHenry County for Elgin man Liddell Walker, who was charged with drug-induced homicide and a fentanyl overdose death at a motel in September 2023. Prosecutors say Walker sold the victim the fatal dose after text messages and cell phone data placed them together in Elgin before the victim returned to the motel and died. The defense argues Walker did not sell the drugs, pointing to a lack of DNA evidence on the baggie and claiming the meeting was for a truck repair, not a drug deal. The jury will now decide whether the state has proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks while protecting your truck. Cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. Always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Bears offseason program officially starts this Friday and Saturday with rookies reporting for minicamp. The Bears will also look at some undrafted free agents and a handful of veteran players looking to find a spot on a roster. The Cubs extended their winning streak to 8 in a row with a 7-6 win over the Reds on Wednesday. Cincinnati rallied to take the lead in the top of the ninth, but the Cubs tied it in the bottom half. Michael Busch drove in the winning run with a bases-loaded walk in the 10th. It's the finale of the 4-game series today. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs. He's 3-2. 3-2. Rhett Lauder takes the ball for Cincinnati. The White Sox got routed 8-2 on the road against the Angels. Travis d'Arnaud hit a 3-run homer, and Walbert Urania held the Sox to 2 hits. Chicago returns home to face Seattle starting on Friday. Reddy Sean Burke scheduled to start the opener against right-hander Emerson Hancock. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship...
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Starting tonight, a frost advisory is in effect until 8 a.m. Later tonight, mostly clear with areas of frost and a low around 34. A slight chance of rain showers is possible Thursday night with partly cloudy skies and a low around 40. Currently, it's 38 and clear. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10.
Finger licking machine.
The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Clutter happens, but junk doesn't have to weigh you down. At the Junk Luggers, we're your full-service junk removal and hauling pros, tackling everything from single-item pickups to major cleanouts. We handle the heavy lifting, and with our commitment to the green way, we rehome and recycle to keep your unwanted items out of landfills. So, whether you're clearing out the garage, downsizing, or saying goodbye to old furniture, we make the process eco-friendly and easy. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today. Let's save your space and the planet.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicago land to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome in to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Now part of Fox Sports. And great googly moogly. It feels good to be back in the studio after, the Chicago White Sox unfortunately lost in yesterday's matinee game to the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 8-2. The Cubs are currently surging and rolling and are in the top of the ninth, currently beating the Cincinnati Reds by a score of 8-3. As I said, the top of the ninth. We will be talking both Cubs, Sox, the Unbelieve-a-BULLS, as they end up hiring a new executive vice president of basketball operations. And, of course, there's going to be squirrels along the way. Now, if you want to get your sports thoughts off, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That is 847-931-1410. And as always, you can see my lovely tired mug on youtube.com/@WRMN radio. That's youtube.com/@WRMN radio. All right. And if anyone is to be calling in, it will be sponsored by Maggiamo's on Main, a local restaurant located at 133 West Main Street, Genoa, Illinois. And their phone number is 1-779-382-0022. Currently taking reservations for Mother's Day. All right. Now that we got all that housekeeping out of the way, and with that being said, well, I think I want to get started with the Chicago White Sox. And one Mr. Noah Schultz. As I said yesterday on the morning show with Susie C. Well, Susie C. was not in the studio. She had to go take care of some personal business. But I stuck around with David Tees as we were talking on the Tube of Views. That's youtube.com/@WRMN radio. And a couple of things that I was talking about was the fact that people seem to want to compare Noah Schultz to one Mr. Randy Hall of Famer Johnson. And pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes. Yes, Noah Schultz is a lefty. He's a flamethrower. He is also somewhere around the neighborhood of 6'10", 6'11". However, after kind of a clunker in yesterday's game, for the Chicago White Sox, in which he went 3 2/3, allowing 7 hits, 7 earned runs, 4 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. This is one of those dealios where, he's going to be going through growing pains. Did Randy Johnson become Randy Johnson, the flamethrower Hall of Famer, in the first season with the Seattle Mariners? No, and hell no. And the reason why I'm saying that is, and I got Johnson's stats up. I mean, first off, he played with Montreal, the Expos. And sure, came up probably when the call-ups were back in September, or, in September of the year 1988. And he did pretty good, 2.42 ERA, but I'm pretty sure he was going against other call-ups. Now, fast forward by 2 years when he gets traded to the Seattle Mariners. He had a win percentage of .438 with a record of 7-9. His whip, let's start off with his ERA. His ERA was 4.40. His whip was 1.44. Yes, he pitched 131 innings. He K'd 104 batters while walking 70. His K to walk ratio was 1.5, which means for every strikeout to walk, that's what it was. He gave up 118 hits, 75 runs, 64 of which were earned. So, again, with that being said, pump the brakes on Noah Schultz. I get it. He's a flamethrower. He's a good-ish pitcher. And this should come as no surprise to anyone listening to my voice. And thank you for listening to my voice for wherever you're traveling, in your car or at home or on the tube of yous. Noah Schultz, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit of seasoning. It's going to take acclimation to major league batters and hitters. Because make no mistake about it, yes, he's got a lightning bolt for an arm. If you want to, go down that road and you want to go down that cliche. He is, or seems to be, talented. But you've got hitters now that are also acclimated to hitting top velocity. Hitting, and when I say top velocity, anywhere from 96 to 100 plus miles an hour. They can hit that. They could get the bat around. They could pull it. They could hit it out of the park. Same thing with the electric curveballs or sliders and all of that other stuff that major league hurlers throw in this modern day of baseball. Back in Randy Johnson's day, man, he was the unicorn. He was what everyone has sought after. And you could tell that by what everyone is gearing up to now and what teams are going after now. Pitching injuries be damned. You want the pitcher, the fireballer, the flamethrower to hit that upper 90s. And if it doesn't work out or the person gets injured, and I'll get to Matthew Boyd at some point during this show with his freak meniscus injury that's going to cause him to lose at least a couple of months. By the way, he had surgery today. But yeah, back in the day, I mean, who are the unicorns? Nolan Ryan, all-time strikeout leader. Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez. Now, these guys did not become Hall of Famers overnight, and especially in their first season. So all I'm saying, pump the brakes a little bit. Give this kid some time to develop. There's going to be growing pains. And this just in to Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM and Fox Sports. The Chicago Cubs complete the sweep of the Cincinnati Reds with a final of 8-3. And I'll be talking about the Cubs, their surging and, well, their pitching issues, woes on the other side of this break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Now part of Fox Sports. Back on the other side.
Since 1960, Fox Valley Fire and Safety has been dedicated to caring for our customers and protecting our community. What began in a family basement with just 2 employees has grown into a team of more than 300, supported by nearly 200 service vehicles. But our mission has never changed. We're here to keep the people and businesses we serve safe. Our service technicians are available 24/7, 365 days a year across Northern Illinois because your safety can't wait. To learn more, visit foxvalleyfire.com or call 847-695-5990. A proud member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, supporting the local business community.
America's First Responders Fest began as a simple idea to honor the heroes who serve our community every day. Thanks to the incredible support of the Village of Hampshire, especially Village President Mike Reed, Village Manager Jay Hedges, and Karen Stuhler. This year, that idea came to life. From local residents to small businesses, Hampshire opened its heart to America's First Responders Fest. The support was overwhelming. A true celebration of unity, gratitude, and community pride.
Is back or neck pain keeping you from living the life you love? At St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, our spine specialists help patients get back to moving, working, and enjoying life again, often with minimally invasive treatments and faster recovery. The care you need, the expertise you trust, right here in your community. Visit stjosephjelgin.com to schedule a consultation. St. Joseph Hospital, celebrating 125 years of compassionate care.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids right here in our own backyard are facing hunger every day? Without healthy food, it's harder to grow, to thrive, to feel their best.
The impact when children don't have enough to eat is tremendous because when you're hungry and your basic needs aren't being met, you cannot learn.
Every child deserves to be fed. This is a problem we know how to solve. Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Breakfast in the classroom contributes to kids being more focused, which leads to higher grades, and simply just their well-being.
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, now part of Fox Sports. And the Chicago Cubs win again at Wrigley Field, making that, I do believe, 14 consecutive home games that they've won. Not only that, but today was a little bit of a laugher for the Chicago Cubs. I mean, here, let me see what I can see. Oh, that is not the right one. Here is the right one. Especially when the Cubs put a 7 spot on the Cincinnati Reds in the 4th inning. And at one point during that 4th inning, you had Cubs batters drive in 6 consecutive runs in 6 consecutive at-bats. I need to kind of look that up as to when that was the last time that happened. But yeah, when it's going good, it is going good. Especially when, with the exception of today, you have 3 consecutive walk-off victories for the Chicago Cubs. Monday, walk-off. Tuesday, walk-off. Hump day. Hump, 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 hump day. Walk-off. Michael Conforto walks it off with the homer on Monday. And then he contributes mightily today. Here, let me pull that up real quick because he had one hell of a day. Let's see what I can see here. Michael Conforto, he went 3 for 3 with a base on ball and a homer, 2 runs driven in, and scoring 2 runs while also, totally squirreled that one. Yeah, 3 for 3 with a walk, a homer, 2 RBIs, and, total 3 hits. I mean, at the very beginning of the season, wasn't too sure what Michael Conforto was going to be with the Chicago Cubs because last-minute signing and all that stuff, guy gets hurt, and in walks Michael Conforto. Cool. Last night, PCA hits a bottom of the 9th, 2-run, what was it? A 2-run shot. Here, now I got to look that up, go back, yesterday, final, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 2-run shot. He has 2 hits, 2 for 3. And then last night as well, Michael Busch, after the Cincinnati Reds load the bases last night, And on the previous pitch, where he took a little bit of too much time to tap his helmet and do the ABS, automated, balls and strikes thing, and Craig Counsell comes out of the dugout to kind of, help him out a little bit, but that really didn't work. And then he takes a ball 4 with the bases loaded, walks in the game-winning run. Yeah, things are coming up, Cubs. Things are definitely coming up, Cubs. And then, what's there to say about Shota Imanaga? Today he scattered, or I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I'm just so damn excited that the Cubs are doing what the Cubs are doing right now. Shota Imanaga pitched 6 innings, scattered 6 hits, gives up 1 earned run, 3 base on balls, while striking out 10. Again, his split finger pitch was working nicely. I'm a little tongue-tied. And with the story coming out from the Cubs yesterday, with the meniscus injury to Matthew Boyd. Oh, geez. Great googly moogly. It's just one pitcher after another going down with an injury. And holy smurf. And so let's see. Craig Counsell, quote unquote, called it kind of unexplainable. So what happened was Matthew Boyd tore his meniscus simply by sitting down to play with his kids. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. And another one does. And another one does. And another one bites the dust. Hey! Whew, okay. And it just goes back to, do the Cubs have enough pitching? Do they have enough depth on their current roster, on their AAA roster, or do they need to go out and get another arm? Because right now, I've kind of been a proponent of, hey, with all of the pitching injuries, and I'm sure Carter Hawkins, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's looking for. Don't press the panic button too soon. Excuse me. But at this point in time, if the World Series window is now, when are you going to push the panic button? Reinforcements need to come. Go out and get that arm. I'll be talking about this a little bit more in the show. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Cintas.
A dog died and 3 adults were displaced after a house fire on Lakeview Drive in Aurora. Firefighters were called around 1:17 p.m. Tuesday after a home...
Well, that's a little bummer-ish as I continue to talk to you all here on the Tuba U's. YouTube trying to get my what's new pussycat. Whoa. As far as the new executive vice president of basketball operations, ducks in a row here for the next segment. And yeah. Oh, man, what a day. You ever have a day where you're just like running from place to place and you're watching the time tick and everything just goes by so damn fast? And I mean, well, today was one of those days. Anywho. Oh, I hope everyone's doing good today. I hope that this dude is the real deal. I'll be commenting on that, obviously, when I get back from break here, but I sincerely hope that this Bryson Graham guy is the real deal for the Chicago Bulls.
Or 47 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Primatene Mist. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 60. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 37. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, then patchy frost. Looking ahead to Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 66. Currently, it's 57 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Oh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday, only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as season
And welcome back into Big Top Sports on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, now part of Fox Sports. And if you want to get your sports takes off, please feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That is 847-931-1410. And you can see my lovely mug on youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. And if you were to call in on this airwave, this studio, you would be actually calling on the Maggiamos on Main call-in hotline, located at 133 West Main Street in Genoa, Illinois. And their phone number is 1-779-382-0022. A hometown restaurant serving fresh pastas, sauces, salads, and homemade desserts. Don't forget to call in early and make your reservation now for Mother's Day, which is this Sunday. All right. So the Chicago Unbelieve-a-BULLS. Well, they finally have a new executive vice president of basketball operations, and his name is Bryson Graham. Okay. Now, a little bit of backstory on Bryson Graham, and this is in my gleaning the cube from CBS Sports. Bryson Graham is 39, and he is the new executive vice president of basketball operations and will be responsible for all decisions made in that department. As one Mr. Michael Reinsdorf said in yesterday's press conference. Now, Graham, a San Antonio native, grew up as a Spurs fan and played college basketball at Texas A&M. Now, why do I mention that little tidbit? Because in all of the accounts that I've read or seen on various outlets, he is able to connect with players. He's able to speak to them in a way that they understand, which I don't know, after last regime and all of that fun stuff with AK, Arturas Karnisovas, and Mark Eversley, may not necessarily have been the best of communicators. At least that's what I remember hearing Michael Reinsdorf saying. So, Bryson Graham is what people in the NBA would be considering him a true grinder. And why do I say that? Because he started interning with the New Orleans Pelicans back in 2010. His first job, intern, unloading boxes from a van, and now vice president or executive vice president. Yeah. But during his 15 seasons, so he stayed with the same organization for 15 years, working his way up the proverbial ladder. He was a video coordinator, player development coach, scouting coordinator, director of college scouting, and assistant general manager before being promoted to GM in June of 2024. Okay. I mean, kind of heard this song and dance a little bit before with the Chicago Bulls. And I just hope it's not, the Aerosmith song where it's the same old story, same old song and dance, my friends. I certainly hope that is not the case, because it seems as though that they finally have a person that will be able to put and connect all the dots together to actually build the organization and the basketball team the right way. I mean, it still remains to be seen. It'll be determined this Sunday with the lottery for the association where the Bulls will be picking. And make no mistake about it, they have a hell of an opportunity to right away bolster their team. Or I'm sorry, Bryson Graham has the opportunity to bolster the Chicago Bulls with the players with this upcoming NBA draft, because they have not one, but 2 first-round draft picks this season. So, why the Bulls chose him? And this is according to the Chicago Sun-Times. His talent evaluation has been a major strength for Graham. He's credited with scouting Herbert Jones and Trey Murphy III for the Pelicans, both pretty decent players. He also showed an ability to manage the salary cap, orchestrating the trade of 4-time All-Star Trae Young to the Wizards while with the Hawks last season. Remember, that was a pretty huge dealio right there. Now, according to sources, all candidates who gave face-to-face presentations were impressive, but Graham stood out with his plan to build the front office from the bottom floor, the ground floor. Well, Smurf. At this point, it might be the basement, really. And who knows, like, how deep or how far the basement levels go with the Chicago Bulls. But if you've been a fan the last, well, not this past year, but the last 3 years before, playing games. This last year, well, no postseason. AK and ME get released. They get fired because they ain't doing the damn thing. And that damn thing is winning. And I'm sorry, but Chicago, unbelievable. Fans deserve some winning. Okay, what is he? We already know that this is maybe was a, dumpster fire. But according to, again, the Chicago Sun-Times, Graham takes over the organization after AK was dismissed a month ago, along with general manager Mark Eversley, after 6 years and just 1 postseason appearance. Kind of goes to the Chicago Bulls fans need more, want more, deserve more. It's just, yeah. So, the draft lottery. And, okay, so I already mentioned 2 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. Not only that, but they have an NBA high $58 million in cap space to work with this summer. That's quite a bit of cheddar. Quite a bit of cheddar. So, and I already mentioned, because during the press conference, the introductory press conference yesterday, where Michael Reinsdorf is up there with Bryson Graham, and I'm paraphrasing here from what I remember from the press conference. Wish I had it, but, you know. Anyway, Mike Reinsdorf said that, no, Bryson Graham is the person that will be leading the way for the Chicago Bulls. He is the man in charge of all of the basketball operations. So, that is probably one of the best things that I've heard. And in this article from ESPN.com that I'm currently looking at right now, Reinsdorf is quoted as saying, "It flows up to me, and I take responsibility. I do feel that today is a step in the right direction. It's an important step." Now, why is that? Why does it flow up to him? Why is he taking responsibility? Well, as I've previously stated in this segment, and over the course of the last, 5 months, the Chicago Unbelieve-a-BULLS have been an absolute dumpster fire, a laughing stock in the association. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. So, and in a quote from Bryson Graham, he said, and I quote, "We're going to pull up our sleeves. We're going to get to work and get out of the mud," end quote. And that was attributed to CBS News and NBA News as well. So, in summation of the hiring of new Vice President of Basketball Operations and Bryson Graham, the bottom line here is Graham is a self-made front office exec who basically earned every single thing that he got. Every single rung up that ladder, up that proverbial ladder. And hell, I sure as hell hope that this is an honest to goodness step in the right direction. Because I don't know about you, but I'm I'm tired of being told a line of bull smurf, pun intended, bull smurf, with what they are planning on doing, how they're going to do it, and it's time. If there was ever a time that the Bulls were going to be relevant yet again, I mean, I'm not talking Derrick Rose relevant. I'm talking championship relevant, going all the way back to the 90s. And make no mistake about it, when the Chicago Bulls are on top, it is good for the city and the Chicagoland area, and it is good for the association. Do I put the period, end of paragraph, new paragraph on it? Whatever. And with that I'm going to send it to break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Now on Fox Sports. Back in a bit.
Welcome to downtown Elgin, where businesses, community, and creativity come together. The Downtown Neighborhood Association provides valuable, complimentary services to all downtown businesses, organizations, property owners, and residents, helping you gain exposure and thrive. Whether you're already part of the district or exploring a new downtown location, DNA is here to help your vision grow. Join us in creating a vibrant, connected, and successful downtown Elgin. Call now 847-488-1456, or you can email info@downtownelgin.com. As for Jennifer Facala, Downtown Neighborhood Association, where the heart of business beats strong.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Get in the game with WRMN AM 1410 and Fox Sports Radio. WRMN brings you the biggest voices, hottest takes, and non-stop sports talks from Fox Sports Radio. 7 days a week. From the latest headlines to in-depth analysis on teams you love. It's all right here on AM 1410. So whether you're driving, working, or just can't get enough sports, turn it on and stay in the game. Fox Sports Radio on WRMN AM 1410.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, now part of Fox Sports. And the story that just keeps on giving. And what story is that? Not the Unbelieve-a-BULLS, but the unbelievable actions or the I just can't believe that Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is still trying to keep the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field with the latest push trying to block the vote or whatever in Springfield. Yes. While not only, let's face it, All right, you know what? I will put a pin in this subject, and I will talk about it on the other side after the top of the hour because, well, I've got a phone call. What's your name and what you calling about?
It's just NASCAR, Jeff.
Well, hey, what's up, NASCAR? Jeff.
The Bulls, that's unbelievable, of course, but Mayor Johnson doesn't know what he wants. I think the problem is if you listen to him talk, he wants to spend money on his other pet projects and not on the Bears, and I think that's part of his problem. He can't make his mind up which way to go, and I actually kind of think his days are numbered as a mayor because there's a lot of people in Chicago and have kind of fed up with him, so...
Yeah, and with that being said, yes, he is roughly 1 year away from being removed and that's my hypothetical right there, from being removed as the mayor of Chicago, because as I was doing the research here, I mean, currently speaking, the city of Chicago holds anywhere from a negative $41 billion worth of total debt liabilities, which could reach up to negative $52.9 billion against limited available assets. I mean, I could be reading this wrong, but how in the hell fix the city and thank you for calling in, Jeff. I do appreciate
All right, buddy. Bye, see you later.
Have a good one. On the Maggiamo's call-in hotline there. And I will continue to talk about this on the other side because, yes, everyone, or I'm theorizing here, of course. I do believe everyone in the city of Chicago, maybe not everyone, is getting sick and tired of Mayor Johnson. They're getting sick and tired of this saga with the Bears moving to whether or not they're going to move to Arlington Heights or Indiana, whatever. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM, Fox Sports.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by KFC.
Elgin's Planning and Zoning Commission has endorsed the final phase of the ponds on Stony Creek, which would add about 140 single-family homes on the city's west side. The development along McDonald Road would bring the total to 503 homes if approved by the city council. Construction could begin this summer and includes additional parks and open space. A trial has opened in McHenry County for Elgin man Liddell Walker, who was charged with drug-induced homicide and a fentanyl overdose death at a motel in September 2020. 2023. Prosecutors say Walker sold the victim the fatal dose after text messages and cell phone data placed them together in Elgin before the victim returned to the motel and died. The defense argues Walker did not sell the drugs, pointing to a lack of DNA evidence on the baggie and claiming the meeting was for a truck repair, not a drug deal. The jury will now decide whether the state has proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt. A dog died and 3 adults were displaced after a house fire on Lakeview Drive in Aurora. Firefighters were called around 1:17 p.m. Tuesday after a homeowner returned home to find smoke inside the 2-story house. Crews quickly contained the flames to the kitchen and confirmed everyone had escaped safely. A cat was rescued, but the dog did not survive. The cause is under investigation. The 2026 Naperville Food Truck Festival will be held May 9th at Naples Settlement, featuring more than 15 food trucks serving a wide range of cuisine, along with live music and family-friendly entertainment. Activities include a Bluey meet and greet, bubble shows, balloon twisting, and a K-pop dance crew performance. The festival runs from noon to 7 p.m. with additional vendors selling art and handmade goods throughout the day. General admission is $6.67 online, and children 10 and under are free.
Aldi is recalling vanilla creme brulee sold in 7 states, including Illinois, over possible glass contamination. The FDA says it's a Class 2 recall with limited health risk.
I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
When did watching TV go from a way to relax to a complicated chore? Well, if you're sick of huge cable bills or endlessly searching for the show everyone's talking about, then welcome to Philo. Philo's the streaming service that respects both your time and your wallet, without needing to cut the stuff you actually love to watch. This means live TV from more than 70 channels like Hallmark, History, A&E, and Lifetime, plus a huge library of blockbuster movies and classic shows, and an easy-to-use unlimited DVR that lets you save anything you want and skip all the ads when you watch. The best part? You get all this for just $25 a month when you sign up at Philo.tv. No hidden fees, no long contracts, just a genuinely great deal. And new users can try it completely free for 7 days. So head to Philo.tv, that's PHILO.tv, and experience a better way to TV. Subscriptions auto-renew at monthly rate plus applicable taxes. Cancel anytime. See terms at Philo.tv.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The White Sox got routed 8-2 on the road against the Angels. Travis d'Arnaud hit a 3-run homer, and Walbert Yurdinya held the Sox to 2 hits. Chicago returns home to face Seattle starting on Friday. Ready Sean Burke scheduled to start the opener against right-hander Emerson Hancock. The Cubs extended their winning streak to 8 in a row with a 7-6 win over the Reds on Wednesday. Cincinnati rallied to take the lead in the top of the 9th, but the Cubs tied it in the bottom half. Michael Busch drove in the winning run with a bases-loaded walk in the 10th. It's the finale of the 4-game series today. Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs. He's 3-2. 3-2. Rhett Lauder takes the ball for Cincinnati. The Bears' offseason program officially starts this Friday and Saturday with rookies reporting for minicamp. The Bears will also look at some undrafted free agents and a handful of veteran players looking to find a spot on a roster.
Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The new Milo's Pro Rewards American Express card. Earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Primatene Mist. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 60. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are likely. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 37. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, then patchy frost. Looking ahead to Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 66. Currently, it's 57 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Prices and participation variable. Supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch. Because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash, and see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicago land to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, here on WRMN 1410 AM. Now part of Fox Sports. And if you want to get in on any of the sporting conversation going forward, whether it be Cubs, White Sox, Bears, Bulls, whatever, feel free to call in on the Maggiamos on Main call-in hotline at 847-931-1410. That is 847-931-1410. And you could secure your Mother's Day reservations by calling 779-382-0022. Maggiamos, located at 133 West Main Street in Genoa. Don't forget to get your reservations now for Mother's Day, a hometown restaurant serving fresh pastas, sauces, salads, and homemade desserts. And don't forget, you could also see my lovely mug on youtube.com/at WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com/at WRMN Radio. I don't want to, but I kind of have to. I feel the need to, bash the mayor of Chicago some more. I mean, it's kind of really low-hanging fruit at this particular moment in time. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, as I was talking about the segment before, went to the top of the hour break, and NASCAR Jeff calling in, voicing his opinion on it. I mean, currently speaking, or how do I say this? In summation, the city of Chicago faces anywhere from $29.2 billion to over $36 billion of debt and long-term liabilities. And according to this article that I got it from, Civic Federation, this roughly equates to a taxpayer burden of roughly $40,600 to $42,600 per tax-paying resident, ranking it second highest among major U.S. cities. Okay. Well, there's that aspect of it. There's also the aspect of the fact that where is it? Yeah, see, this is why I need a producer. Hey, anyone want to be a producer? How much do the city of Chicago still owe on the Soldier Field renovations? Yep, sorry, got to type it out or else it's going to be dead air. And yeah, so according to Bloomberg, back when Mayor Daley, ooh, there's a fine, upstanding individual. Right? Grumble. Okay, so as of late of 2025 or earlier on this year, that debt has been paid down a little bit, but you're not really paying, the principal down. You're paying the taxes and everything on it. But hey, what do I know? So way back in 2003, when the renovation originally happened, and from right now, it's just it's bonkering. It's mind-boggling to me. Ugh. Anyway, sorry. I'm reading it, and I still can't believe it, even though I've read this, quite a few times over the last couple of months during this whole will they or won't they leave the state of Illinois? Will they or won't they leave to Arlington Heights? But so what happened is the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois still owe approximately $356 million to $534 million in principal and interest on the 2003 Soldier Field renovation debt. And this debt is largely paid for by a 2% hotel tax, which has fallen short, forcing the city to cover payments, particularly as the bonds mature in 2032. 2032. Okay, so 2032, so another 6 years of this fracking smurf. And what else is also kind of a little bit of a cluster frack, if you will, is the fact that they're not paying the principal on it. They're paying on the interest. So I'm no finance major. I'm not a business person. I kind of wish that I took a little bit of different tact here when I was going to college. But if I'm not mistaken, you have the principal payment and you have the interest. You borrow. And if you want to make sure that you are paying down and not getting an exorbitant interest, you pay down the principal. Every principal payment that you make, the interest goes down a skosh. But here, now I got to see this. What was the initial squirrel cost of the Soldier Field renovation? And yeah, so the 2002-2003 initial cost of the Soldier Field renovation was $632 million. And still, with that renovation, became one of the smallest NFL stadiums in the NFL. And now, even still, as of earlier this year, they still owe close to $356 million in principal payment. 2002, 2003, 23 GD fracking years later. Hey, all I got to say is Mayor Brandon Johnson, with whatever it is, the hell it is that you're doing for the city of Chicago and all of that fun stuff, and being so far underwater, and the fact that the city of Chicago is minus $41 billion in debt, you're screwed. The city's screwed. And good luck when the Chicago Bears move to Arlington Heights. And good luck with the fact that you guys in city government with the city of Chicago just managed to frack everything the frack up. That's a lot of fracking. And it is not... I say it because I can't say the other thing, but yeah, it's just unfracking believable. There, I said it. You already know it. But if we'll see what happens, because apparently at the end of this month, Illinois lawmakers' spring session ends on May 31st. They need to come up with or pass that mega projects bill. And if it does pass, or I have no idea, because this is something that the lawmakers need to do if they want to keep the Chicago Bears in the state of Illinois rather than Hammond, Indiana. I digress, but you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I will be back on the other side.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Chicagoland? Need trusted legal help with real estate, evictions, or estate planning? Turn to Guthrie & Brady, the happy lawyers serving the greater Chicago area since 1965. With over 50 years of experience, they handle titles and deeds, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues, wills, trusts, and more. Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie & Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie & Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com. Or 847-524-1215. Guthrie & Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is. You can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride.
That's right. It is Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Now part of and on Fox Sports. So earlier in the show, I was talking about that freak injury, that freak accident with one starting pitcher on the north side, Matthew Boyd. And it kind of got me thinking, and I kind of wanted to have a little bit of fun. Not that I want to see any player get hurt or injured or whatever, especially since the Chicago Cubs are, quote unquote, in their World Series window right now. Possibly. I mean, they are one of the hottest teams in the National League currently. They are, as their record would state after today's sweep of the Cincinnati Reds, they're currently sitting at 25-12, which is what? Second best in the National League? One game behind the Atlanta Braves? Yes, I said the Atlanta Braves, not the LA Dodgers. Actually, the Cubs, with a 25-12 record, are 2 games better than the LA Dodgers. Yeah, I know. The Dodgers ended up beating them 2 out of 3 out there in LA. But I digress. And it got me to thinking. It got me to pose this question. What other freak accidents were there or have other professional athletes suffered that were not on-field incidents? So, in doing my little search on the Google machine here, remember Jason Pierre-Paul, the New York Giants defensive end that back in 2015 he famously blew off part of his right hand in a 4th of July fireworks accident, nearly ending his career. He went on to play again, but it remains one of the most dramatic off-field injuries in NFL history. Then there was the incident with Yoenis Cespedes back in 2019. And this was the boring, pun intended, incident here with a wild boar on Cespedes' ranch. The Mets outfielder fractured his right ankle in a violent, quote-unquote, fall after twisting it in a hole on his ranch in Port St. Lucia. Months later, it was reported that the injury occurred during an encounter with a wild boar. Oh, then there's the red ass himself, Madison And this is part of the reason why, there's a no, I know that there's a no risk clause, or I don't even know, no risk clause in there, which is why it's frowned upon for professional athletes to ride motorcycles and everything. But Madison Bumgarner, back in 2017, when he was the ace of the San Francisco Giants, he was involved in a dirt bike crash. Missed merely 2 months of the season after a dirt bike accident during a scheduled off day in Denver. He bruised some ribs and sprained his pitching shoulder in the crash. Oh boy. What about back in 2015? Golfing legend. Well, I don't know if he's really a legend yet, but pretty damn good golfer, Rory McIlroy. Did a dastardly deed. Well, not really, but while he was playing in a soccer game with friends just weeks before the British Open, he hurt his ankle during that game, causing him to miss that year's British Open. Then this has got to be like one of the, kind of a weird one. But this year, Jack Hughes, not to be mistaken with Pat Hughes. Jack Hughes, New Jersey Devils star Jack Hughes, required surgery after cutting his finger at a team dinner. Proving that a nice meal out can be just as dangerous as a hard hit on the ice. And, I am sorry, but that was brought to you by The Score. I mean, it's oh, remember tennis superstar Roger Federer. He, back in 2016, hey, that was a good year. That was a great year. Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs won the World Series that year. Yeah, that didn't really work out. But back in 2016, while giving his kids a bath, Roger Federer tore his meniscus. Federer underwent arthroscopic surgery to repair a torn meniscus. Hey! And it comes around full circle. Tore his meniscus in his knee, just like Boyd. Apparently, fatherhood is a real business. Oh. And, he slipped while running a bath for his kids. So, Matthew Boyd, you are in pretty good company as far as that goes. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Now on Fox Sports.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
The Cubs extended their winning streak to 8 in a row with a 7-6 win over the Reds on Wednesday. Cincinnati rallied to take the lead in the top of the ninth, but the Cubs tied it in the bottom half.
Hey, what is up, Jeff? Welcome back. I appreciate you for coming back on. Or maybe you're not on anymore. I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. Susie sees the Black Widow. Thank you for calling WRMN. This is Derek speaking. How can I help you?
You are speaking to the great and powerful Marcus Mack.
Well, the great Marcus Mack. We are currently in a commercial break. But you already know that. But what you don't know is the fact that this call is actually going on currently with the Tube of Views, youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. So the listeners can actually hear you right now on YouTube.
Oh,
so
hello.
A little bit of bonus action there, but I will do the customary comeback and everything when we come back from break after the song plays and introduce you properly. But how in the frack are you doing, Marcus?
Excellent, brother. Feeling great. Summer's almost upon us. We got winning baseball. Everything, all's good. All's good.
Okay, and speaking of the winning baseball, I got to bring up the chat that we are all in, you know, the River Media Sports Network chat thing.
Yes, sir.
Where, I kind of went out on a ledge the other day, or maybe it's more of a cliff. I'm not exactly sure at this point, where I definitely think that the Chicago White Sox have a chance to, well, win this year. And not only win, but, you know, if things continue to go the way that they're going and they continue to play the way that they're, you know, playing, with the exception of the last couple of games, of course.
Eric, don't get my head sweating. Don't get my head sweating, okay?
Well,
the very thought of it gives me a fever. Like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but, you know, that's kind of like where I'll start the conversation. You know, I don't want to get into it too much because I kind of want to save it for the air. But, you know, since we are on the Tube of Views and everything, and Brendan says, "Hey, by the way,
tell my brother hello." He can hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Brandon, love you.
Yeah. So what new gig do you have, or not new gig or new job or whatever?
Oh man, no, he has easy driving a forklift, unloading some trailers. It's like, oh man, work. It's great. It's perfect.
Oh, okay, cool.
Real chill. Yeah, very laid back. Perfect for me.
Nothing like working or doing the job at the airport for United was?
Oh, yeah, no outside anymore.
Oh, okay,
no
good.
Cold on the body.
Oh, so you actually have a heated warehouse?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah,
in the retirement home.
Oh man, when I first started working docks and everything, it was for American Freightways that turned into FedEx Freight. But the dock that I was working on, it was not heated. It was fully in the elements, and oh God, did it suck? Okay, 2 times a year that it sucked. It sucked during. We're coming back in 10 seconds. It sucked during winter, sucked during summer. But anyway. Coming back in 5 seconds.
Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Still on the line, though.
Use as directed.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, now part of Fox Sports. And we are, or we will be, if I could find it. There we go. And any phone call that we take here on Big Top Sports, it is sponsored by Maggiamo's. Maggiamo is located at 133 West Main Street in Genoa, Illinois. Get some hometown cooking. It's a hometown restaurant serving fresh pastas, sauces, salads, and homemade desserts. Get your Mother's Day reservation secured by calling in at 779-382-0022. And now on that Maggiamo's on Main hotline, it is none other than Marcus Merck. How the hell you doing, Marcus?
Oh, I'm doing excellent, brother. Oh, we're finally starting to try to shake the cold. It's hanging on like bad luggage that you just can't get rid of. But we know the warm weather is coming, much like the bats are starting to warm up for the baseball teams in Chicago. Ooh, and look out, guess what's coming next? OTA for the Chicago Bears. Let's go.
Wow. Is it? Are you sure?
What? Sure about what?
Oh, that OTAs are coming?
Where are they going to go? Away?
Well, this is true. But currently, and what I wanted to talk to you about, and I wanted to test your feelings on this, because we are part of a River Media Network sports chat group. And
yes, we are.
You were lamenting the fact that some people in the group that also talk on these very airwaves, myself included, were being a little pessimistic in regards to the Chicago White Sox and the season that they are having. And I kind of took that and I ran with it. It was either like Monday or Tuesday or whatever of this week. And I was thinking that with the news of Derrick Geyer being out now for probably 2 months at least, with floating bodies of bone in his elbow, shoulder, whatever, that the Chicago White Sox, if they currently keep up what they are doing, I mean, yes, they had a little bit of a slip up the last couple of games against the Los Angeles Angels, but if they keep on doing what they're doing, there is a very good possibility that they're going to make the playoffs. What,
Derek, the hope
are your thoughts?
The hope is real now. It started as an idea, right? Oh man, this team, what if they could actually start to win some games? Now they're starting to win some games. Okay, what happens next? This team continues to grow. Hey, by the way, Will Venable can coach. Oh, yeah. Wow. I guess Getz got that right. And then Getz has gotten right Murakami, Will Vargas, Colston Montgomery, Noah Schultz. Hey, look out. There's a guy that everybody thought couldn't pitch anymore, and all of a sudden he's got a sub-2 ERA, Davis Martin. Oh, what's going on over there on that south side?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? When you actually put your head together, you can figure some things out. But guess what, Derek?
What?
They ain't no finished product.
Oh, no.
They have no outfield. Their outfield is disastrous. They still don't have a leadoff hitter. Their DH is what? Who? Because Murakami plays first base, and that's their power. Colston Montgomery plays shortstop, and that's your second power. Who's your DH? Because you have a position for a reason on the roster, and it's not just to collect a paycheck, Derek.
Well, there is Edgar Cuero. Oh.
Oh, my God. You almost made me jump in the phone right now and literally appear in front of you and give you the White Sox shake. Okay? Now, I do so now the pessimists in the group, and by the way, I do got to throw some shots at them because, these guys don't even invite me on their show. They're so cool on the rise.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
They can't even bother to ever say, hey, Marcus, you want to come and make an appearance. Unlike cool Derrick Geyer and Big Top Sports, who loves to have Marcus Mack come on a weekly segment and us chop it up. But that's neither here nor there. No, it was a lot of funny business from supposed to be dedicated Sox fans, people that I trust to cover the White Sox, and they were very let's watch out, let's be careful, and I'm sitting over here going, let's go White Sox. Isn't it time that we started winning?
Yeah, it's about damn time that they started winning. I mean, the last 3 seasons, 100 losses, at the beginning of this season, even before the season started, I was predicting that they would win between 70 and 72 games. So if they keep on doing, I would hope that they would come 81 and 81, 500 on the season, maybe get into the playoffs, squeak in. I don't care. But going back to Edgar Quero, now with the emergence of Romo, being called up this year from AAA and doing what he's doing. And maybe the not so distant and in the not so distant future of one Kyle Teal.
Needs to happen.
Well, yeah. Edgar Quero going back down to the minors? Probably. Or maybe out to Arizona, kind of like Colson Montgomery last season, trying to figure out what to do at the plate.
Yeah. There's other people. I mean, Acuna is struggling very bad. If he could get it together, and he's such a speed ball, a lot of energy, but man, he's that sub-2 hitting batting average ain't looking good. By the way, I forgot to mention they don't have a closer. So, like I said, this is nowhere near a finished product. But
what do you mean? You're not sold on the nightly one of Sir Anthony Dominguez?
Maybe he could grow, but he's not there yet. He's not there. I'm not counting on him to lock it down. Not in a heated moment against a big team with a big bat. Dodgers, Yankees.
Okay. I was going to say, let's pump the brakes. It's not like the Chicago White Sox were going to go to the World Series, but then I forgot that the White Sox are in the American League. So, yeah. I mean, a brain fart there. I think I just smurfed my brain.
It's all good, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not putting him against the big dogs and expecting him to come out on top in a pressure moment when he's got to get 3 outs to close the game.
Sure.
What I do count on more instead is the bats winning games with the White Sox if they get an opportunity. If late in the game and the White Sox are last at bat at home, then they have a terrific home record. They're gonna have a great chance of coming through. They've got Pop in the lineup, and that's nice. But like I say, that outfield, Derek, is. And what is Andrew Benintendi?
Apparently he's the guy that's found a little bit of power.
Pinch hitter.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't the slightest idea. I mean, who's the cat that they just promoted to AAA?
Was it the other Montgomery?
Yeah, the other Braden Montgomery.
Yeah, man, he's electric. Look, they got guys, and like you mentioned, Cal Teal hasn't even played this season, and I'm telling you right now, I think that Cal Teal might be a better talent than Colston Montgomery. And that, if I'm wrong, okay, worst take, Marcus, I'll live with it. But you know what? I really do feel that way.
Well, why not try and toss things to the wall and see if it sticks? Because, I mean, everything else, I find myself being optimistic, and yet, at the same time, I'm, going back and forth on it. I want to be positive, damn it. I don't want to be so wishy-washy. I don't want to be, but at the same time, it's like I've been groomed as a I've been groomed as a Chicago fan. Yes.
I know, but are you
yes.
excited?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And what the Cubs have been, oh my God, what they did today. Did they just camel walk the Cincinnati Reds? I think they just camel walked them. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Just slow walked them all the way home and said, get out of here, you're done. I mean, man, talk about cooking a team. Reds couldn't beat this. I mean, they thought they had the Cubs come back and win. Then the closer, we'll blow you out and comfortably win it.
Yeah. I mean, Monday, you had the walk-off home run by Michael Conforto. Yesterday, you had the bases-loaded walk by Bush, that walked in the game-winning run. But is someone that's actually starting to show a little bit of life in the batter's box, PCA. Holy Smurf. And I'm not even mad where he's hitting in the lineup. Keep him there. Keep him 7th, 8th, 9th, whatever. Keep him there. I don't care. Just because you have a stud that's leading off for the Chicago Cubs in Nico Horner. So
you do.
And
the stud.
Yeah, and the way that the Cubs have been able to come from behind the last few games to add to this, what is it now, 14 straight home games at Wrigley Field? Yeah, it's been pretty magical because I can't tell you how many times in the last, couple of games that I've sheepishly, now I will admit to you and to the audience out there that I turned off the game and I can't believe I didn't see the walk-offs and all that stuff. But now all of a sudden I'm beginning to become not a glass half empty Chicago Cubs fan because, man, Council's pushing all the right buttons. The players are not dying, or they have the never say die attitude. And it is, I'm trying not to be the pessimist, Marcus.
No, and you know what? And you don't need to be. In the last 21 games, the Cubs are 18-3. 18-3. That's 20. Okay, right. You're playing almost every day. I think they take off one day out the week, so they take 4 days off the month. So that's 26 days of baseball that you basically play. The Cubs in 21 games are 18-3. So they're about to go through a month of baseball, just absolutely crushing it. Considering how they started, which I think was perfect for them. I think that was a tone setter, a humbler. It got this team focused. And it was early. It was cold. And I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
Players I'm sorry. It affects players. Whether people want to, you're used to it. You play. No, I'm sorry. It's not how baseball works. If you never played baseball, then be quiet. If you play baseball, then baseball, you play it at your best in warm weather. And so. Yeah,
truer words were never spoken right there. And you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM, part of Fox Sports. And this phone call with Mr. Marcus Mack of The Truth About Chicago Sports is being brought to you by Maggiamo's on Main, located in Genoa, Illinois, 133 West Main Street. Because right now, and to your words that you just said, Mr. Mack, the Cubs are definitely humbling me. Craig Counsell is humbling me. Oh, who else is humbling me? That would be the cleanup hitter and for the Chicago Cubs, and that would be one Ian Happ, because, man, Happer is on a heater, and I've been talking all sorts of smurf about him.
He deserved it. Deserved it.
And yet, I mean, I went into the beginning of this season talking that way about Happ. And right now, he has got to be one of my biggest surprises right now. Because and make no mistake about it, throughout the course of his career, Ian Happ has been a very streaky hitter. But from when I was really lambasting him like a week and a half, 2 weeks or so ago, because he was hitting under, the Mendoza line, now he is currently hitting .243 with 9 bombs, 17 driven in, and 33 hits. That's not to, and that is not to say that he's not getting on base, because he's still taking his walks, which is, of course. I mean,
but I think
still.
there's been a difference. There's been a difference in that lineup.
Yeah.
And you know what his name is?
Nico Horner?
Nope. Seiya Suzuki. Remember, he was injured at the beginning of the season. Seiya's come back. This team and this lineup has been different.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, he not that he was like the linchpin, but he allows so much more flexibility with Craig Counsell able to manipulate the lineup now the way he needs and wants to. You're giving all the shine to the right person for this, and it's Craig Counsell. Listen, remember, he was bought away from the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's call it what it is. He was comfortable. The Cubs said, we think that this guy is one of the best managers in baseball, and we're going to go get him from the rival. That was gutsy. And you know what? It's starting to look ingenious now.
Well, finally, it's starting to pay off. I mean,
it didn't last year.
I don't think that he had the team that he wanted last year.
Okay.
I mean, but now I think that because one of the issues last year was their bench. Their bench was absolutely dog smurf. I mean, there was no fracking way that was a serviceable bench. Now,
remember they chose not to bring in Ballestero last year. They chose to leave top candidates down in the minor leagues that they could have had brought up. So you gotta weigh them both together. Was it the right thing or the wrong thing? And look at Ballestero now. So I think it was the right thing.
Sure, and the happy accident. Now I am until he has another few clunkers in a row, or he gives up another 20 long balls in a second half of the season, because Shota Imanaga, the happy accident that Carter Hawkins and the Cubs, the $22 million option or whatever, that Shota's like, yep, I'm signing it. I mean,
they were all planning to keep him.
How big of a gaffe, how good of a positive gaffe is this for the Chicago Cubs now? Because holy smurf, man.
It was planned. It was planned. Listen, I've been telling, and I always get into it with Brandon Combs. I love Brother Combs because he's hard on Jed. And I love calling Jed Hoyer Big Ballin' Jed, because Jed knows how to pull all the right strings and makes all the right moves.
I don't know about that.
They were never going to let Imanaga go. Shota was always going to resign. Everyone else had lost faith, and they thought that it wasn't the Cubs had lost. Imanaga was hurt last year. They were protecting him.
I don't know if they were protecting him.
Yes, they were. Why do you think they didn't put it? He didn't pitch in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
Because he sucked.
He was hurt. He
sucked.
needed to get healthy. He's healthy now.
Well, yeah, he's healthy now.
How was he pitching before he got hurt last year? He was leading the rotation, was he not?
Okay, Marcus, this is what I will say about Shota Imanaga from last year to this year, and why it is good to be a weatherman or weather person, and why it is good to be on sports talk radio. Because I could be completely wrong, and I could still have a job.
Yep.
And that, my friends and listeners out there, is me pointing the thumbs, not pointing the finger, and calling it how it is. Because let's face it. I mean, we're wrong a lot. I am wrong as a sports person a lot. I'm a fan, though.
But that's okay. But that's okay.
But is it entertaining? Are you not entertained?
Yes, I have to ask you a question, though.
Okay, ask away.
If you would have known that, if someone had told you that Justin Steele and Cade Horton would be injured before you had seen this season start, how would you have felt in your stomach?
Completely and totally fracked.
Yep. So this is why I give credit to Craig Counsell. This is why I give credit to Jed Hoyer. They have navigated through two aces going down. You're talking about Detroit, and they're saying Scooble's got floating parts, and they're talking they might lose the Central to the White Sox. And here the Cubs are. Justin Steele's our Steele. No, it got hurt again. Oh, that's okay. Cade Horton's out. Oh, man, no. Well, you know what? We'll just keep on plugging along. And that is a team that's doing it the right way.
Yeah, and if I had a cogent thought, no, here's my thought right now. I almost feel that Craig Counsell and management of the Chicago Cubs are doing it with smoke and mirrors as far as the pitching staff.
Like magicians, right?
I mean, I have absolutely, I feel like I'm at a fun house watching or with bated breath and hey, they are doing a phenomenal job. Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
With
phenomenal.
What they have been dealt with. But yet at the same time, hey, if there is a trade to be made or if there is a free agent that is still out there, sure.
Okay, but who do you give up? Who do you give up?
Well, trade-wise, I have absolutely no idea.
The team is so tight right now.
Yeah.
The team is so tight. And I don't want to give up anybody that's in that minor league because everybody that the Cubs have been bringing up lately can play. Even the guy that they traded for Cal Tucker, Casey, like these dudes can play. So sometimes, man, we just got to weather the storm. I would love for her to get a starting pitcher, but it's got to be low cost.
Yeah, we'll see when the time comes. Well, I do appreciate it, Marcus, for you hopping on. As always, this half hour has completely and totally flown by. And, what you got going forward? You got 30 seconds.
You got it, brother. Well, first of all, I love talking sports with you. Thank you for having me on. Obviously, I'll be on Saturday with Brother Andrew, Mighty Man Shy, doing the Truth About Chicago Sports, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Come check us out. Derrick, excellent job. And also, shout out to you in that interview with Chrissy Freud. You crushed it, brother.
Oh, thank you so much. I do appreciate it, and thank you for setting that up. So, if you have any more people that you want to send my way, send them my way.
Will do.
And that has been Mr. Marcus Mack from The Truth About Chicago Sports. Every Saturday, 8 to 9. And this has been Big Top Sports here on WRMN, 1410 AM, Fox Sports. Have a great one.
Do you ever crave a delicious treat, but that pesky guilt lingers over you? Well, you can have your dessert and eat it too. Desserts that's gluten-free.
I want some dessert. That was loud. I turned it down, hit the wrong fader, etc., etc. But that will conclude today's episode of Big Top Sports here on youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. And I could not get it out in time, but that interview or call-in line was once again sponsored by Maggiamo's on Main Street, located at 133 West Main Street in Genoa, Illinois. And get your hometown fresh pastas, sauces, salads, and homemade desserts at Maggiamo's on Main Street. Don't forget to call them up and reserve a table for Mother's Day. Treat your mom to fine Italian cuisine. And you could call them up at 779-382-0022. And with that being said, Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm Derrick Geyer from Big Top Sports. And you have a great rest of your day. And make tomorrow a better one. Peace out, Girl Scout. Do 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 do.